Hello, thank you very much for watching. This is a video I'm putting out to the Iranian government, Mr. Ahmadinejad, and the spiritual leaders of the country. I've seen recently in the news still a man named Rodert Levinson. He's 64 years old. He's been in your country in prison. This is like the 5th year anniversary. This man does have 7 children, and rotting away in your prison really does nobody any good. So I would hope that you would find it in your hearts to release this man, return him home to his family. I'm sure you could contact the Swedish people and arrange for his release, return him to the United States. I know a lot of people would be very appreciative of that, and appeal to you, Mr. Ahmadinejad, and to your supreme religious leaders that you go ahead and release this man at once, return him to America. As a reminder, I believe he was kidnapped the Kish Island region in Iran, and it's been there approximately 5 years. There was a video of him saying his health was failing, and he is a diabetic. So would submit to you to return him to his 7 children and his wife. 64-year-old man in prison's not going to do you any good. Just send him home, and that can help open up better relations between our two countries. Also, there are some all these rumors about all these rumors of military actions and this and that, and I would stress to you that to go ahead and open up your country for nuclear inspections from IAEA. If you have nothing to hide, then there's nothing to fear. And if there is something to fear, then we could stop it now before this escalates into something that will cost many lives. Not only my fellow Americans' lives, but many of your own. And if at all possible, stop this now. Let's go ahead and do it. I appeal to you to let the IAEA come in on a regular basis for inspections, and I appeal to you to sign a treaty with the United States and NATO and any other country that wants to be involved. However, I'm sure if you contact the State Department, we'd be willing to send someone over to work out a treaty. In this treaty, it should specifically say that Iran does not wish to manufacture, borrow, advise the use of, or have any type of usage of nuclear weapons. Not to borrow, manufacture, steal, use, or advise in the use of nuclear weapons. Not to manufacture, distribute, stockpile, or find need to use them. And these are just this would be a simple document, and this, along with inspections, could save countless lives. I realize that you have a strong military, and I realize so does several other people. The end result would be the same, but eventually, I'm telling you now, eventually, in the long run, you really wouldn't stand a chance in this type of situation. I'm appealing to you so I don't see many soldiers die if this escalates into something it shouldn't, as well as your little children. I don't want to see little Iranian children dead in the streets, and innocent women or children, innocent men for that fact, that have some of which would have nothing to do with the situation. So I'm appealing to those of you who have everything to do with the situation to not be so inflexible, to open up your country to inspections, and to go ahead and sign a treaty with the United States, and we can look forward to a peaceful resolution, because anything else is not going to be acceptable in the long run. So hope you can appreciate my honesty and my respect for life. As someone who loves God and knows God loves people, I know God respects life way too much for to let the mere conflicts of man take human life. When people are selfish or controlling or unyielding in their actions, they're not doing what God would do. They are doing what man does. And as we know from history, man's not always right. He's been wrong many times. So I would appeal to you to do as God would be willing for us to do and handle this in a peaceful fashion. Therefore, we'll save countless lives. As you could imagine, thousands, if not millions, of lives could be saved from a simple document and from inspections, and of course from upholding the truth and doing as required in this treaty. So if this treaty gets done, we can look at opening up more avenues of business as far as energy production goes. We could look at some sales from the United States to Iran, which can handle your energy needs, and several avenues of peaceful solutions, which I've been hoping to get accomplished for some time now. So once again, I urge you to open up the country to inspections, sign a treaty with the United States, and also free Mr. Levinson, Rodert Levinson, 64-year-old prisoner who was abducted at Kish Island in your country. So thank you very much for watching, and I'm being totally honest with you when I say I do this out of the love for humanity as a service to what I feel God would want me to do. I do this in no way to manipulate anyone or anything like that. I'm not doing this for a particular hidden agenda. I'm a simple man. I am a witness to God himself. He has spoken to me. He has spoken to me. I've seen signs and wonders. I've heard him speak to me. I've felt him dwell. I've felt his power, and I've seen him do miracles that are beyond human explanation. So in order for his will to be done, I would like to see a peaceful solution, because anything other than a peaceful solution is going to bring about the countless, it's going to bring about loss of life, which could be needless loss of life. I mean, if men can sit down at the table and do what God's willing them to do, and stop the loss of life in a civilized fashion in the 21st century, then I'm all for it. And if you don't, that's just simple. There'll be countless loss of life and eventually the same result. So why not have a peaceful solution that can benefit all nations and create a future for our children that can last and head off any more violence. Eventually, none of us will have a need for any type of weapons if we can all get along. So I'm appealing to you to please sign a treaty with the State Department. Sure, we could maybe set up something with former President Carter, Clinton, Bush, someone along the lines. Maybe Ambassador Rice, Secretary of State Hillary Clinton, even the Swedes. So long as we have this document and you open up your country for regular inspections, I would recommend weekly or at least bi-weekly inspections to have regular inspections, so that there'll be no paranoia in the world. That we'll have total everyone have total knowledge, and there'll be no reason for anyone to distrust each other. Total transparency. That's what I was trying to say. And as you can tell, I don't much care for politics. So let's just do what I'm asking, and let's create a better world for all of us. And this can be something that we can all celebrate in the future. Thank you very much for watching, and God willing, I hope this gets done. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.